The 1950s gave Britain some truly unforgettable cars, but not every famous badge lived up to the legend. Some promised luxury, some promised speed, and some simply relied on reputation. Today on UKTORQUE, we are counting down 10 overrated British cars of the 1950s, machines remembered more fondly than they perhaps deserve. Let's begin. Number 10. Singer Gazelle. The Singer Gazelle arrived in 1956 wearing smart chrome trim, a stylish grille, and an image that suggested refinement. On the surface, it looked like a more sophisticated version of the Hillman Minx. The problem was that underneath, it still felt like an ordinary family saloon. Performance was modest, the driving experience was tame, and despite the sporty reputation of the Singer badge, the Gazelle never truly felt exciting. It looked far more glamorous than it actually was. Number 9. Armstrong Siddeley Sapphire 346. The Sapphire 346 had presence. Walnut trim, leather seats, and a large 6-cylinder engine gave it the image of a true gentleman's car. But while it was beautifully built, it lacked the excitement buyers increasingly wanted during the 1950s. Compared with Jaguars of the same era, the Sapphire felt old-fashioned and overly formal. It was respected more than it was loved, and that distinction mattered. Number 8. Austin Westminster. Austin launched the Westminster as a large executive saloon for respectable middle-class Britain. It offered space, comfort, and smooth 6-cylinder power, but the experience behind the wheel was never as impressive as the car's image suggested. The steering felt heavy, the handling soft, and the car lacked the prestige buyers hoped for. It looked important, but rarely felt special. Number 7. MG Magnette ZA and ZB. The MG Magnette carried one of Britain's most famous sporting badges, and many expected a thrilling sports saloon. Instead, what they got was a sensible compact family car dressed in elegant styling. The Magnette was pleasant and refined, but not especially fast or dramatic. For traditional MG enthusiasts, it lacked the raw excitement the badge once represented. Number 6. Ford Zodiac Mark II. The Ford Zodiac Mark II was one of the flashiest British cars of the late 1950s. Two-tone paint, chrome trim, and American-inspired styling gave it huge showroom appeal, but beneath the glamour, it was softer and less engaging than enthusiasts often remember. The driving experience felt more like relaxed cruising than true performance motoring. The Zodiac succeeded on image more than driving precision. Number 5. Vauxhall Cresta PA. Few cars captured late 1950s optimism like the Vauxhall Cresta PA. Tail fins, wraparound windows, and bright chrome made it look like a miniature American dream car. And that styling is exactly why people still remember it today. Mechanically though, the Cresta was far less exciting. Performance was average, handling was soft, and the driving dynamics never matched the dramatic appearance. Number 4. Austin A40 Sports. At first glance, the Austin A40 Sports looked genuinely exotic. Built with help from Jensen and fitted with sleek aluminum bodywork, it appeared ready to challenge proper sports cars. But appearances can be deceiving. The small engine delivered only modest performance, and the driving experience felt relaxed rather than sporty. The name Sports promised far more excitement than the car could actually deliver. Number 3. Triumph TR3. This entry may upset some enthusiasts. The Triumph TR3 absolutely deserves respect, but its legend sometimes overshadows reality. Yes, it was fast and exciting for its era, but it was also crude, noisy, and uncomfortable. The ride was harsh, the weather protection poor, and the heavy steering demanded constant effort. Many people remember the romance of the TR3 more than the reality of living with one. Number 2. Jaguar Mark VII. The Jaguar Mark VII was one of Britain's great luxury saloons. It could reach 100 miles per hour, looked imposing on the road, and carried enormous prestige. But owning one was not always easy. The car was large, thirsty, expensive to maintain, and surprisingly demanding to drive. Its reputation often hides the fact that this was a complicated machine requiring serious commitment from owners. Number 1. Austin A90 Atlantic. The Austin A90 Atlantic perfectly represents the idea of an overrated British car. Austin believed this glamorous convertible could conquer America with bold styling, chrome details, and impressive publicity campaigns. But American buyers wanted powerful V8 engines and smoother automatic cars, not a large British 4-cylinder convertible. Back home in Britain, many found the styling awkward and overambitious. The Atlantic became famous not for success, but for how badly its ambitions failed. Beautiful, absolutely. Overrated, without question. The 1950s were full of ambition, optimism, and unforgettable automotive design. Some of these cars remain icons today because of their style, their badges, or the nostalgia surrounding them. But legends and reality are not always the same thing. Thanks for watching UKTORQUE. Subscribe for more classic British car history, and tell us in the comments which 1950s British car you think is the most overrated of them all.